Hi, my name is Francis Wedin. I'm the CEO of Vulcan Energy Resources, the world's first zero carbon lithium company. If we don't move to net zero carbon lithium, we're going to emit well over 1 billion tons of CO2 in the next few years just for the lithium that goes into electric vehicle battery. That's the annual emissions of France, Italy and the UK combined. It's a big figure. We hope to have a real, measurable, tangible impact on decarbonising both the energy situation in Europe. On the other side, when we pick up our first electric vehicle, it currently has a very high carbon footprint, and we're trying to get that down to as close to zero as possible. We built up a stellar team of international experts in the field of geothermal, renewable energy and lithium chemicals. We've announced the largest lithium resource in Europe. We're commercially producing geothermal renewable energy from our plants in Germany. We've signed binding lithium hydroxide offtake agreements with Stellantis, Volkswagen, Renault, with LG Energy Solution, the second largest EV battery manufacturer in the world, and Umicore, which is the largest cathode manufacturer in Europe. We've also signed heat offtakes with MD, Germany's largest municipal energy supplier. And so far we've raised just over 400 million to drive our project forward as well. We're looking for head of investor relations here in Australia, so it would be Perth-based. This person would be responsible for communicating with our investors, with our stakeholders. Really, this would be a global-looking role with travel to Germany, travel to Europe as well, and really to manage our investor engagement strategy. We think we've got a very strong message with the Zero Carbon Lithium project, with renewable energy production, and we want to tell this message to as wide an audience as possible. So we want this person to think proactively in terms of stakeholder engagement, investor engagement, seeking new audiences, a really proactive person, strategic thinker, global thinker. I think it's a very different world sort of in the last 2-3 years than it was before in terms of investor engagement. Investors are much more online these days. The old model of going to conferences where companies pay to attend, I think that's changed now. Engagement with investors is going to look a lot more looking at different types of social media. So really we'd be looking for someone who can apply those newer, cleverer methods to our engagement going forward. This type of company has never been built before, so I think it's a once in a lifetime and arguably once in a century opportunity to change the way we live, and Vulcan is at the very forefront of that. So I think it's a really exciting opportunity to be a part of that for a future head of investor relations.